We're back. This is the Fritch Show. I am the Fritch. Talking about this grassroots movement. Whenever there's a grassroots movement on the conservative side, the liberals are out there attacking. The liberals automatically say there is no grassroots movement. It's all paid for by big corporations. It's all paid for by the Republican Party. Isn't that what we heard when we talked about the Tea Party? The liberals went out there on the attack, and he's like, oh, it's all paid for by the Republican Party. It's all paid for by this guy, the Joe Schmo, who owns this corporation. Absolutely no evidence of it, but they went on the attack. Here we are today. Mr. Ed Schultz, a voice of the people, a voice of the common man, according to him. He talks about how he's for the little guy, the hard-working man. You want to know how Ed Schultz got started? You know how he got syndicated? There was a meeting in Washington, D.C. 3 years ago. A group of senators and a lot of Democrat fundraisers had a lunch. They invited 2 talk show hosts to this luncheon. One, Randy Rhoads. 2, Big Head Ed Schultz. Now, how do I know about this little secret meeting? Did I get this from the Drudge Report? Did I maybe get it from Fox News, that right-wing propaganda network? Or did I get it from some right-wing blogger maybe? Some far-right blogger just throwing propaganda out there, seeing what sticks? No. I got this from Randy Rhoads herself. She broadcasted it on her own show. Confirmed by people around her. And to back up what she says, there was an article written in the LA Times about it. You know, that far right-wing newspaper, the LA Times. In this meeting, they discussed a way to possibly counteract right-wing talk radio, if you will. More importantly, they wanted someone to attack Rush Limbaugh. But you need money to do that. You need money to get on radio stations. You need a platform. So that's what the donors were there for. The 2 people they came up to carry this message was Randy Rhoads and Ed Schultz. In reality, Randy Rhoads was just there for the dog and pony show. She wasn't going to ever get the gig. She was shunned before she even got there. Ed Schultz was handpicked by the DNC, the Democrat senators, to go after Rush Limbaugh in conservative talk radio. They raised $800,000 to syndicate him. This is what goes on behind closed doors in Washington, D.C. This is the guy who goes out there and says he's for the common man, the working man, the union man. Meanwhile, how did he get started? Big corporations, big union. $800,000 is a lot of money. A lot of money. And in the radio world, that can get you a lot of different things. It can get you nationally syndicated. Like Big Head Ed Schultz. So when you talks about being the common man, I'm for the working man, the working people, the union people. I go fishing out on a lake that's frozen. I take my private jet to get there, but that's besides the point. I'm for the working man. Just remember how he got started. When he goes and throws haymakers at people in talk radio and corporations, how did he get started? He got started by big corporations. He got started by being in bed with the Democrat Party. Which brings me full circle to what's going on in Wisconsin. Do you really think he gives a damn about you teachers in Wisconsin? No. He was hired to do a job to push the Democrat liberal agenda. That's what he's doing. He's nothing more than a Hollywood actor. That's all he is. A big Hollywood actor, an ugly Hollywood actor, but he's a Hollywood actor. That's what he is bought and paid for by the Democrat Party. Period. And their lobbying buddies and everyone else. This isn't from me. This is from Randy Rhoads. This is from the LA Times. It's not from the Fritch Show. It's not from the Drudge Report. It's not from Fox News. It's from Randy Rhoads. She should know. She was there. Bought and paid for by the Democrat Party. By big union. That is who this guy really is. So when he stands out there in front of all these union people talking about, this is what the drugster said, and come wrap your big ass in the flag and come down here to Wisconsin. Just remember that. You people in Wisconsin have been made a fool. Because the man you're sitting there watching his show and cheering behind, he's a fraud. And you people are like sheep following him to the slaughterhouse. Now back to the teachers that, this is all for the kids. The average person in Wisconsin makes $36,000 a year. The average school teacher in Wisconsin makes $50,000. If this is about the working man, then I would say this is about the working man. It's about time that the working man who's paying for your damn check every week finally stand up and says enough's enough. You got more days off than the average working man in Wisconsin. You got better benefits than the average working man in Wisconsin that pays your damn bills. Oh, I'm sorry, because you're a teacher? We should just forget that you're better than everybody else? Is that what we're supposed to think? The people that pay your bills on average make less money than you. They have worse benefits than you. And you're out there crying, oh, they took away a collective bargaining agreement. Not for your salaries. No. Although, with the drive-by media, if I can steal that coined phrase for a moment, have just been saying they took away the collective bargaining agreement for everything, which is not true. They took it away for your benefits. Why should you dictate what your employer pays in benefits? I've never, ever in my life have been able to dictate what my employer pays for my benefits, ever. My wife can't dictate what her employer pays in their benefits. Why should you? That's like being hired on day one. Let's say you work at Walmart, and day one you get hired, and you walk into the manager's office of the store and says, hey, you know what? Yeah, that whole working 8 hours a day, I'm not going to do it. I want a 5-day schedule. I want a 5-hour-a-day schedule, but I want to be paid for 8. And oh, by the way, I want my benefits for free from here on out, okay? You got that? You got that, Ace? Big time? and then just walk out the room. That's what that's equivalent to. The people of Wisconsin are your employer. And they've said enough is enough.